Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, July 12th, 2019. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. President of the Republic of China Taiwan, Her Excellency Dr. Tsai Ing-wen, arrives in St. Kitts and Nevis on Saturday, July 13th, as part of a three-night stay for an official state visit. The Taiwanese president will hold private meetings with Governor General, His Excellency Sir Tapley Seaton, and Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, and be the first president of the Republic of China Taiwan to visit Nevis.
On Sunday, for the first time in the island's history, we will have a visit from a sitting president of Taiwan. And President Tsai will be here on Sunday because the Taiwanese have agreed to fund in large measure the park at Pinnis that we've talked about for a very long time. And she's going to be here to turn the sod, break the ground at Pinnis as a symbolic gesture to start that important project. And so I look forward, and I hope all of you will come down. It's around 10:30, I'm told. But you must be in place by, I think, 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, because I really would like Nevisians to welcome President Tsai to us, and that want you to be part of that historic event of, for the first time, having a Taiwanese president on Nevis soil for a significant purpose, that is breaking ground at Pinnis.
Activities in Nevis will also include a dinner hosted by Premier of Nevis and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley and Mrs. Brantley, the laying of a wreath at the Christina Disaster Memorial, and a visit to the Museum of Nevis History at Hamilton House. In St. Kitts, the President is expected to witness the signing ceremony of a technical and vocational education cooperation agreement to a government house, engage in a tree planting ceremony, and attend a state banquet. Her Excellency Dr. Tsai Ing-wen will also visit the Brimstone Hill Fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and learn about the history of the fortress, the restoration work that has been undertaken there, and attend a showcase of local culture, dance, and music. She will also visit the Berkeley Memorial and the City Center. An official press release from the Office of President Tsai Ing-wen states that she is leading a delegation on a state visit to Haiti, St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia from July 11th to 22nd. The purpose of the visit is to demonstrate the importance Taiwan places on its Caribbean allies and that it continues to strengthen its friendly ties with them. Members of the Charlestown Secondary School CSS class of 1984 recognized the 10 primary school students at its 4th annual Deserving Student Award ceremony on Thursday, July 11th. One student from each of the island's primary schools was awarded based on academic performance as well as involvement in extracurricular activities. Hensley Daniel, a former teacher of the CSS class of 1984, was the featured speaker at Thursday's ceremony.
I want you, first of all, to pay attention to becoming excellent. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. Right? So you have to go to secondary school and start working immediately. In fact, if I were you, the long 8 weeks of vacation that we have, the areas in which I didn't do so well in the test of standards, I would use some time to make sure that I get sharp, because the difference now is we always had that transition. You were doing 4 subjects at primary school. Now they do 10, 8, 9, 10. So you have to expand your mind, so you need more time. So you have to make sure, remember the goal is 80% for everything. And let me say here, the subjects that you don't like, you do the most work on. There's a gentleman named Carl Newport who has written a book called Deep Work. And he says, in order for you to achieve anything in school, college, university, or the workplace, you have to set aside some time every day where nobody must bother you. Deep work. So as students, 2 hours a day for deep work. This deep work is all about school.
The presentation of certificates was done by Principal Education Officer Zanella Claxton, who also delivered remarks. The ceremony, which took place at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall, was chaired by Avril Elliott of the CSS class of 1984. The non-profit making organization was formed in 2003 and hosts charitable activities. Still to come.
At this weekend's elimination, we'll be selecting 12 semi-finalists to advance to the semi-finals.
We'll give you the details after this break.
Greetings. I am 21-year-old Neela Jones, the representative for the naturally beautiful island of Nevis in this year's prestigious Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant dated for August 3rd and 5th of 2019. Do you want to know a secret? Yes, I bet you do. Do you want in? Yes? Well, follow me. Hotels on Nevis exist in great variety. The range of architectural styles are wide. Some are historic, some are modern, and yet others skillfully straddle both. Whether your choice is on the beach or in the hills, your stay would be comfortable and memorable. Nevis is one of the most unspoiled and relaxing islands in the Caribbean. Vividly green with blue skies, clean air, and long, empty beaches. Nevis has a pace of life that encourages you to stop and appreciate all the modern natural beauty around you. It's a very special place, famed for its charm and easygoing genuineness of its people. Nevis is a special place that will seduce you and tug at your heartstrings after you leave. Come and discover this remarkable jewel for yourself. The genuine charm and hospitality radiate into the unspoken. Welcome, be my guest, and do come again.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. The Nevis Renal Society continues to support dialysis patients and their families to meet some of the expenses incurred by kidney disease. On Monday, July 8th, Florine Williams, a public relations officer for the Nevis Renal Society, presented monetary donations to 2 patients.
I'm here with one patient, which is Cynthia Doe, and we have 2 relatives of Modestine Hanley, and this morning we're going to present contribution towards them. We have Cynthia Doe, and we're doing contribution towards her dialysis over in St. Kitts.
One of the patients, Cynthia Doe, as well as Samuel Hanley, husband of Modestine Hanley, expressed gratitude to the organization.
I would like to say thanks to the Renal Society for this kind gesture in form of a check, and to let them know how gladly I'm appreciated. And once again, I say thanks.
This is Samuel Hanley, accepting this token of love and appreciation donation from the Renal Society, and I think they're doing a good job, because, you know, our people need help and support in going through this turbulence, because the turbulence going through the Caribbean, people are having kidney failure, and I encourage the public out there to support the Renal Society and try your best and support and give what you can give, and to help our people that we can be one family.
The Nevis Renal Society is a non-profit organization which raises funds to assist dialysis patients and their families with medical expenses and promotes awareness about kidney disease. The funds are also geared towards the eventual establishment of a dialysis center on Nevis. Public Relations Officer Florine Williams is encouraging persons to support the Nevis Renal Society's annual gala and awards ceremony, which will be held in November. This Sunday, July 14th, the Culturama Committee will host the TDC Senior Kaiso Eliminations. According to Antonio Abernathy Liebert, chair of Culturama 45, some 25 Calypsonians are expected to compete for a chance to move on to the semi-final round on July 27th.
The cover charge for that event is going to be just a small $20. The musical accompaniment for that event will be provided by the Culturama 45 All-Star Band, which is this year again headed by Mr. Nigel Numpy Williams. The band includes some players from St. Kitts and also players from Nevis. So I want to invite each and everyone to come on out to witness the first stage of the TDC Senior Kaiso contest. The eliminations taking place this Sunday afternoon, 5:30 p.m. at the Esme's Sunrise Bar in Butler's Village. At this weekend's eliminations, we'll be selecting 12 semi-finalists to advance to the semi-finals. Now, at the semi-final stage, we will then select 7 persons to go up against the reigning king come Saturday, August the 3rd for the TDC Senior Kaiso Finals.
Chair of the Culturama 45 Central Committee, Antonio Abernathy Liebert. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.